Going on, guys, welcome to episode 2 of my Manchester United FIFA 20 career mode series. Thank you guys for the amazing response so far on the first episode. I'm really excited to get things going, but I did ask you guys one of the things. A lot of you guys agree we should just sim the preseason. Some people said play it, but yeah, it'll be really good to get into the Premier League season and play some Premier League matches. As I said, won't want it to drag on playing a few games. You don't know how many games we can play in the preseason depending how far we go. So yeah, we're going to go right in and sim it, but I did want to show you the selection. We brought Greenwood in there. It might be a focus on a signing we're going to make, maybe that position, and off your guys' suggestions, but I did want to get a fair amount of younger guys starting. Some of them might be in the first team, like you got Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood less so, maybe less, obviously look at his rating, but McTominay, Sancho obviously big signing, Rashford, but they're still fairly young players, quite a few of those lads. So yeah, to get a mixture, I don't see the point of playing one Mata in a pre-season match. You get what I mean? Even though I said he could be important in the season, because very technically gifted player he is still. So yeah, we're gonna sim the pre-season so we can get to the Premier League as soon as we can. Really, we'll focus a bit more on transfers still. So that's a 4-1. Simulated matches still really. They're the same, but 4-1, you got Pogba with the goal, Martial, Marcus Rashford, and again, the default formation had Martial as striker, but I like Rashford. I find, and Martial, nothing bad about Martial, but I really like Anthony Martial. I really love him out on the wing, and if I were to choose, I prefer Rashford as a striker, how I feel I can use him better, and how they get the best out of each other, to be honest as well, and they'll combine, but very good. But guys, take a look at this. I did list a couple more players. So James Garner was one I loaned. He says, thanks boss, I think a loan move is just what I need. So the younger guys, they understand it's a good thing. So yeah, there were some of you guys said to get rid of Smalling. We talked about the Smalling situation with Smalling, and of course Alexis Sanchez as well. Whether it be a loan or a transfer, even though I listed them for loan, we'll see how that goes through. I'm going to say glad we're aligned. I'm loving this already, guys. What are your early opinions on the player chat? It just increases the interaction. I just wonder how many things players are going to want to talk about. Is it just going to be when you list them, or how much more? But so far, I hope it's a bit in depth, that they come to you with a lot more things. Glad we're aligned, because I'm enjoying this a lot, guys. And of course, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an upload in this series. As you'll see, I'll be doing multiple videos every single day. I'll try and get 2 or 3 uploads every single day. That's, the schedule for the channel, for FIFA 20 career mode stuff. So, what I did want to say is, before we get too deep into all of that, I wanted to show you, these were a couple guys that was in the transfers, suggestions in the comments. So even though Dybala, center attacking midfield, right wing, that doesn't... Piedmont Calcio, my first look at how Juventus is called. For me, Paulo Dybala, he would still be really lethal as a striker, and there could be times we could use him as attacking midfielder as well. We could sign both of them, but Dybala would be, that's the thing, Dybala would want to be a striker I'd want to use Dybala as a striker. I guess I've used him there in the past, and that's just the thing. But Bruno Fernandes, I'm not going to say Dybala is completely unrealistic, but Bruno Fernandes is definitely a realistic signing, and there could be another striker option as well. So I reckon we're going to go with Bruno Fernandes first, get that attacking midfielder in. That's a position we need. You say Dybala's that same position as well, but he's kind of, that really high rating we'd want to spend on a striker. So yeah, Bruno Fernandes first option. Look at his traits though. We think Dybala's a superstar. 5 traits, 7 and high work rate. He's going to be a super fun player to use. I can really see myself. Yeah, he obviously can get better as well. Only 24. Of course, dynamic potential. Older players could still get better. Take a look at that. You can only see 3 of them, guys. You can't see all his traits. You can only see 6 of them. Sorry. Yeah, you can only see 6 of them. I think I saw, because the CPU AI, 3 of them are like that. But anyway, yeah, he's got 7 traits and only 6 show up. How about that? So Bruno Fernandes, the only thing about him, he's not super quick, but for a central player, hey, mid to high 70s for his pace attributes, that's not too bad at all. He's got a lot of nice attributes, I'm telling you now. Imagine when he gets to high 80s, if you can get him up to that would be excellent. So we'd have to offer, see, that would almost get our majority of our budget. So keep that in mind, guys, if we want to be looking for a striker. But really want to go for Bruno Fernandes. Rumours to sign for Man United. You guys suggest him. So let's approach the buy. Keep in mind 56 mil to 82.5. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. So release. Oh no, 91 mil. That's a little bit too much. Yeah, if we go again, it's above their maximum. What they're showing right there. And the good thing, he's like on a pretty low weekly wage, so we could get him. We got to check on that first, guys. Before we do go into that, we've got to see how much we've got. A lot in hold up, guys. I said a lot of our transfer budget could be used, but I reckon he won't ask for too much. I reckon we could settle, considering you might use the money on someone else. Yeah, boost it up a bit to over 100 million there, 105 mil for the transfer budget. And then, yeah, I feel that's pretty fitting, judging off his wage. You compare it to Paulo Dybala, who's on 190k per week. He's on bare money right there. Oh, he's getting so much. So yeah, that's a big difference in terms of their quality. Yeah, Dybala's still a good player or a better player in comparison, but Fernandes, yeah, that difference in wage definitely not there. So yeah, approach the buy. Yeah, let's get into it right now. So we can definitely get it cheaper than the release clause suggests, I reckon, lads. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can negotiate. And I love this scenery at night here. So yeah, good to see you. We've been looking forward to this meeting. Let's get it started. If you don't mind, allow me to start with an initial offer. There we go. Be assertive with it. I'm really liking, yeah, this scenery. Better than FIFA 19. Let me know what you're thinking about the transfer negotiation background so far. So we're gonna go initially. Let's put an initial fee of 55 million. Yeah, probably gonna want more than that, judging what the release clause is. But we're gonna see what they come back with. Yeah, 77 million. 77 million. Okay. Let's try and maybe meet midway-ish. Not exactly. 65 mil? Like, I have a feeling that might get accepted. That's the thing. But then there's a chance it won't as well. They might ask for a little bit more. That's about 21 million above his value. No, they're sticking. So let's go 70 million. I like to do that flat fee in case it does go through. Sometimes it can fit for a YouTube title, like 70 million pound signing. So let's see. Attacking midfielder Bruno Fernandes, 70 million. Oh, not quite. We'll go 75 then. I mean, guys, 70 million didn't get accepted, so yeah, that's still close, and it's closer to their fee as well. That's what I mean. It's not that much of an increase. It's pretty close. It's big money though, but it's still cheaper than his release clause. We're not playing hardball. Well, we are just a little bit. We got to be honest. So here we go. Is that going to be accepted? Okay, guys, that took a bit of negotiating, but we've got our man. You could say it's 75 million. That's a lot of money. You could say, oh, you paid a lot for him, but his release clause was 91 million. And guys, 7 traits, and those attributes, stamina 92, which is so important. I think people underrate that because it doesn't affect like shooting or defending or anything like that, passing, but it makes sure they're available for matches and don't get too tired. Above 90 is excellent for that. And take a composure, vision. He's got just in those. Then you go to technicals, and he's got great technicals from his passing. His tackling is basically his weakness. He's not a defensive midfielder, so it really doesn't matter in the end. And his defensive awareness. When he's got the ball at his feet, like, he's a master. And he's only going to get better because he's only 24. So, yeah, you can tell when I I get excited for a player. Can't wait to use him. Another Portuguese talent to bring to Manchester United. There's been a few in the past. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo, definitely. Yeah, Cristiano, the biggest name. But let's see. So we have got Fernandes and his manager right there. Squad role crucial. And guys, even though that money was big, because a lot of other players that would have cost around that much, their current wage would be quite a bit more. So keep that in mind. You know, we talked about Dybala. Because he's at Sporting. He's in that division, the Portuguese division. You're not going to have a lot of players on a higher wage. So we accept that. And now, the length of the contract. Again, he's 24. I'm going to go 4 years. That will take him until he's 28, pushing 29. So I think that's fitting. I think that's fitting for a 24-year-old. Let's see. And yep, and when I say he's 24, he can still improve. I don't mean majorly, but I'm wondering about dynamic potential. I really am wondering, because 24 is still pretty young for a footballer. You got a lot of years left, and what I mean is a lot of footballers reach their prime when they're 27, 28. Not some are better when they're 24 or 25, but yeah, a lot reach that prime at 28, maybe 27, 28. As I said, not the same for every single player. We're not going to be adding a release clause though. There we go. Guys, does anyone love the visuals? The players and just I was gonna say while looking at my manager, he's not a real person, so to look like him, but just how they look. It's really, really good. The graphics are very, very nice. But now onto the wages. Guys, 25 goals. Once more, I'm not going to be too frugal with it. I'm going to come up with all these words. Basically meaning that. All these different words. Saying not to be cheap, to be honest. 64, we can try and... We'll try. We'll do one negotiation. One negotiation won't hurt. Because he's not on a lot of wage, we can try and lower. Let's try and get it on a flat 60. Signing bonus... when you lower that, I'm judging my expectations and experience of FIFA 19. If you lower it too much, they think, yeah, you're lowballing them and they don't accept it. So signing bonus, I'll leave. And then 25 goals. He's a good player, but as attacking midfield, they probably won't score 25 goals in that first season. Might take late in the second season for him to score 25 goals. As much as it would be nice for him to score that many, you got to be realistic and see what he's going to do. So let's see. We really just lowered the wage to 60k, and a player for his quality, that will be pretty decent. So let's see if we can nab that. See, it's not quite what we're hoping for, but he's eager to join. So it was a bit lower than they expected. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And you guys requested him. Manchester United rumoured signing him in real life. Let me know what you rate that signing. Obviously, not everyone's going to love it. There's always going to be people that disagree. But yeah, some of you guys requested it. Man United, rumours in real life, and a position we need as well. So I reckon that does cover a lot of bases. Sign a top player as well. I've got this new account, like I said, playing on PC, playing on Origin. So yeah, we'll be going up in... that'll be a good way to watch a series. Are you excited? Not excited, but it's something interesting to take a look at. Like the EA catalogue points. Whatever they call it. Yeah, the points in the catalogue. Anyway, that's what I mean. Greenwood's playing there for now, but in terms of the normal first team, we see, and you can see the players with happy faces, the unhappy face. That adds a little bit more to it. So Fernandes, is he unhappy? Why are you unhappy, lad? You just made a nice transfer. So yeah. Fernandes will drop Lingard. You know, we're trying to sell him. Fernandes, now he'll come in for Greenwood. Obviously, we still want to win the pre-season matches, but why is Fernandes unhappy? Lad, you just made a transfer. See, can you talk to the players, or do they come to you? Let me know, lads, if you know about that. But yeah, do you just have to... You can't talk to them. It would be nice if you could, if they're unhappy, and you can try and solve... Look, he's gone down in his attributes. I hope that's not just because EA access, like early days, this is on Origin access, early access. He's gone down quite dramatically. -5 in attributes is a lot. But damn, guys. Hopefully we can get him happy, and then the attributes go up. That's all we can think of. Look at the positives. But yeah, great improvement to the team there. Attacking midfield was probably the most needed position, along with a right winger like we brought in Sancho. So 2 positions we rectified really, really well heading into the Premier League season, I reckon. And I did see a couple comments for giving Sancho number 7, and we've done that. We give that number 7 to Jadon Sancho. Also, you can see what players are happy about. Like, though there's 4 things that affect it, guys. It's player performance, play time, team performance, and contract. So you know what can make a player happier. If you're, say if a certain player is... So they get unhappy if they're not playing well. Yeah, interesting. Because I read about dynamic potential. If players are playing well, they'll improve. So that all has to do with it. So if a player's not happy, maybe give him a new contract, increase his playing time. And then the other 2 is basically playing well and winning games. So
Realme X2, 64 megapixel quad camera expert. Realme smartphone. Dare to leap.
So yeah, but then Bruno Fernandes, all the first 10 positions in terms of the numbers are taken and they're first team players. We talked about Juan Mata, but yeah, Juan Mata still utilised this season. Even though Bruno Fernandes will play more, still leave that to him. I think that's fair enough. Leave that number 8 until he leaves the club. So he's going to have a new number to make himself. Obviously, attacking midfielder, you want to give him a number like 8 would be really nice, or 10, but as we know, they're taken. Hey, number 11. And number 11 we can make for himself. He can make a name for himself. In the future, when Juan Mata leaves, I thought we could use Juan Mata in this season, then maybe sell him, or in January if he's not performing well, and then maybe Bruno can get his number. Make our own story, because obviously people would love to see. He's not happy with his team performance and contract. He just signed a new contract. Did he not like it? If he didn't like his contract, why did he accept it? But anyway, like I said, normally people like the players to have their number. When you sign a player, to have their number at their previous club that they are in real life. But yeah, sometimes a player has to make his own name. Anyway, we could end up giving him the number 8 once Juan Mata leaves anyway. But to give you guys an update what our transfer budget is, at this current point in time, we need to sell players if we're going to sign a striker. I've got Dybala there, but I'm still wondering if we'll go for someone else. For this current point in time, we're going to leave. We brought in a couple good players, Fernandes and Sancho, good first team players. So for now, we're just going to continue and see how, what are we going to get? Transfer offer. Yeah, Pogba, we'll delete that. We already dealt with that previously, as you know. But then Dimitri Mitchell, these kind of first team, or players that are in the first team that are not first team players, basically, and we're not going to mess around. We're just going to accept them, because when their value's below $1 million, you're not going to get much money for them anyway. So yeah, don't want to mess around with those, and that's a decent fee for a guy. We make available for a transfer. He's 22. Like 22 is not a young player anymore. You're starting, if you're going to call yourself a young player, you're starting to act like Lingard, and you're gonna have that logic in your mind as you turn 23, 24, 25. That's how Lingard has been, basically. But yeah, he's 66 overall. The main point is he's not going to develop into a good enough player, even though with dynamic potential. Hopefully he moves on, has a good career for himself. Wish him good luck, Dimitri Mitchell. So yeah, we go into this one against Gremio. Something I was going to say, with the sim matches, it goes through by itself. You don't see it play out anymore. What do you guys think of this? Like, look, players are warming up, and the result, that you don't press Y to skip it, to go right away. It just goes bang, okay, we win, that's cool. But did you enjoy seeing the build up to it? I don't know, 2-0. Either way. I normally would skip it anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But sometimes you would, depending on the game. But once more with the training, we are just simulating these for now. Because this is training is exactly the same as last couple of years in career mode. Ever since training was added, guys? Surely they have to improve training. That's why most YouTubers like myself and you guys playing it probably simulate as well, because there's not a lot to it. So Greenwood gets an A there. So What's a good thing is you don't have to worry about players' potential as much. Potential surely is still important, but it's not like Greenwood. I don't care what his potential is. If we train him well, if he plays well when we give him a chance and he's happy, he could turn into a pretty good player. Like, I'm actually not even concerned what his potential is. If it's like low 80s, mid 80s, high 80s, I don't expect it to be high 80s, but you play him, train him, and keep him happy, and he could become a first team player in the future. And it's not too unrealistic because he's almost 70 overall. Not if you get this young player who's 50 overall, and his age, if they're like 18 or something, yeah, maybe not likely, not likely to become that first team player, one of your best players in the team. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka as well got to be. Just take some positives, or focus on the new feature in the game with the potential and how that's going to work. Will be very interesting these first few days and then to the weeks playing career mode. We'll see how all these things impact. We get an offer for Luke Shaw, but I like Luke Shaw. Guys, is Luke Shaw only 23? He's still very young, guys. He's still very young. I feel like he's been around for ages, but he's not someone we're going to sell. Definitely not to Liverpool. I may have slightly considered it if it was another team, but then I would have looked at his age. I'm like, no, he can still improve. He feels like a 25 or 26-year-old to me. I'm not sure what you guys think, but Luke Shaw has been around for a while. He's got his experienced head at 23 years of age. Still needs to find a bit more consistency in his games, and hopefully we'll be able to start to see this in this career. So yeah, just as I said, until we sell and get a bit more money for players, we're not going to be bringing in another player. We're going to be settled. We won't be missing. We won't be missing too much. Like Rashford will be enough. Well, not by himself, obviously. Again, Martial could rotate striker. Maybe give Greenwood the chances as well this season. Again, a lot of those players we're going to disregard or not use a lot in the reserves, we'll call it. Anyway, leave it at that for now. I am hoping to get transfer offers, especially for Lingard, have him transfer listed, but no one wants him at the moment. And as soon as I say it, maybe I was too quick to say it, but I'm glad I said it in the end. This still is in... Guys, someone told me they fixed this. And why is there a tick? It says the talks have broken down. I know that's able to happen, but one of the first ones to happen like that is not a good sign for this year. And Lingard. Ooh, is that PSG? PSG want Jesse Lingard. We'll go in with a negotiation, but we can't expect too much. We've got him transfer listed, but either way, this is going to be... Yeah, let's negotiate. And that's not a bad offer, but I think we can get a little bit more for it. Not for it. For him. He moves a bit like like a robot. Oh boy. Anyway, good to see you. So, we would ask a little bit more. I'm going to go 25. I hope that's not asking a little bit too much. I hope that's asking... Is that... I don't know. See, I'm doubting it in my mind. Lads, I'm doubting it. But I like to think... Yeah, I like to think they'll negotiate something back. We'll see, though. They have... I felt I was overdoing it. But I guess not, because I had him transfer listed. Guess it didn't matter. We're still able to get a good fee. Like his value... I did a little bit more than his value, considered he transfer listed. Lads, would you take 25 million for Jesse Lingard when you think about it? Whew, 25 million for Lingard in real life, would you take that? I reckon most fans would be like, yes, take the money. Now, hopefully, he doesn't just stuff it up and disagree and leave it. And, yeah, what just happened... with the other ones, so what can we say with Mitchell, with Dimitri Mitchell? So that 25 million will be a decent bag to get for Jesse Lingard. So yeah, another pre-season match. It looks like we could almost end up going all the way, see who we get in the knockout stages. But again, play through this. Hopefully, see him get the win 4-1. Rashford with the hat-trick. Fernandes getting a goal to his name as well. So reach the semi-finals. Lyon as a bigger team as well that you face in the latter stages. I reckon we should still get the better of them. And again, we're getting a little bit extra prize money. So, yeah, transfer budget ever increasing. Slowly though. Wait for a second though. You stuff. I haven't clicked on it since the first time I did. Showed you guys in the first episode. And I reckon we're going to take Nicholas Morgan. 5-star would be nice. But judgment is important. Experience is still good. But judgment is the actual quality of finding them. And pretty good. They're nice and cheap these days. Aren't they? So, yeah, take 5-star judgment. And 4-star experience is not too shabby as well. So, yeah, we'll take that. I reckon they're good value. Good value for money when you get a 4-star, 5-star like that. And we're going to send him out, Nicholas Morgan, right away. I think English scouts send him out to England. Yeah, that's going to be really good. And I reckon we'll do that for 3 months and see how it goes. But I reckon we'll just continuously scout England. Yeah, it would be the same price that just adds up. So we can change it. We're going to leave any type for now, and we'll see what you get back over 3 months, yeah? Do you think it would be good if you could do it maybe a bit less? Maybe 1 month? I don't know, you get one report back then. Guys, my little idea is, what if you got weekly reports? If that was possible, you could have a month duration, or 2 month duration, a shorter duration, but more updates. What do you guys think about that? If you got weekly updates instead, yeah, let me know. But anyway, we'll do 3 months and see what you get back. We'll see the types, but I don't really mind because these are younger guys that's not going to be in the team for at least 2 or 3 seasons, if that, with how young they'll be. So you don't know what your needs are going to be at that point, you know. So we'll see anyway. We'll do 3 months, looking for some English talents. And I always just like to see if another one comes up. But I don't want to spend too much of our money just yet. You're always going to see 5-star judgment. That's always going to come up. It didn't take us long to find it. I'm happy with 1 scout for now. I don't want to go too heavy. If you could get maybe a handful of great young players or to get into the youth squad every year, that will be enough. Because I don't want, this is not like a youth career. I don't want to push that. As much as I do like youth players, I don't want them, overfilling the squad. Okay, loan offer for Smalling. That's what we wanted. So it's going to be a rival team, but I don't know if we're going to get another. I don't know if we're going to get another offer. And saying that, it's a rival team, and Chris Smalling, he's 80 overall centre back. He's nothing special. But to be realistic for our own squad, loaning Smalling out and he'd come back next season, it's going to be very, very low chance Rome is going to make that loan offer. And holding off for that, we might run out of time and not get the offer we want. A loan offer from Roma, to be 100% realistic. So just to send him out on loan and come back next season, which will be the situation in real life, but we'd probably try and sell him anyway, regardless. So we just sell him next season. So we'll accept that offer. Okay, we've got 3 in the office right now. We're in the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy. We just got to check out the office. McTominay, we've got to play a chat. I know you will eventually be looking for a replacement midfielder, but is that because I'm in the process of selling Lingard, or is he saying he's not, or he doesn't think he's good enough? Is that coming from I'm just selling Lingard? I'll say you're the man for the. I want to give him a chance. I really rate McTominay because he's got that physical presence, and that's always good in FIFA. You're the man for the job, and especially boosting his morale, that's going to be good for his attributes. See, I want to see how that's affected his attributes, so we'll check that. Yeah, okay, you're like, check your messages, mate. It is because Lingard was just sold. So yeah, we get 22 mil to the budget. Again, leave your thoughts on that amount. So... was that Borthwick Jackson? I'm sure we'll get another offer for him. Sorry, missed on that. A lot of information coming. Anyway, more importantly, I want to see how that actually would have affected... Yeah, take a look at that. Take a look at the improvements. from McTominay, and this is just from being happy. Paul Pogba as well. It's good to have him happy, hey? His attributes going to be up. And Fernandes, okay, his attributes are not down anymore. That is a good thing. So then the match against Lyon. This is the semi-finals. Semi-finals, the pre-season competition. And again, take a look at the squad. Looking alright. Hopefully continue to get wins. You might look at our centre-backs as well. We need honestly better defenders. I don't want that to be a problem for the season. But we can only do so much in the first... See, our transfer budget up to 50 million right now. I'm going to continue for the rest of this episode. We'll end it after the pre-season. If you're wondering about when we're going to play a game, it'll be the first Premier League game of the season, which I want to hopefully be early in the next episode for you guys. I'm sure we'll be really ready to see that, as we do see the victory there through a Martial goal, which is very, very nice. Yep, the final against Milan. We'll just quickly do another training session, see how that goes. Rashford gets an A. See, if we can get Rashford's finishing up to mid-80s, like 84, 85, he's going to be very good. The shot power already is great. We're not too focused on training that. If you don't agree with any of these training, let me know which sessions we should do for the certain players. That will be greatly appreciated. We're going to offer for Fosu Mensah. Fosu Mensah is an interesting one because, again, you want to keep in mind their potentials. Because he's 21 and he's 73 overall, guys. And I feel like the situation we're in... Oh, we actually have 3, don't we, guys? We always got to check what our squad is looking like. It's very important to do so. If we go to our right backs, and I do have Darmian listed, hopefully something comes in for him. We got Ashley Young. I haven't quite listed Ashley Young yet. Again, if we go to the values, we're our financial. We're not going to get much money. Like, I don't see the point in selling Ashley Young. You know what I mean? His wage may be a little, it's got a bit high, but we're not going to get much money for Ashley Young. That's the thing. We just let him go at the end of the season. Let him play whatever role he would this season. But Fosu Mensah, we've got Fosu Mensah who can play centre back as well, and Dalot. Diogo Dalot. He's very versatile. He can play left back as well, right midfield. So, yeah, Fosu Mensah and Wan-Bissaka, I think, are the two going forward right backs. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka, he'll be that number one guy, and he's only going to get better. But our defence as a whole, we need world-class players. We don't have world-class... Even Harry Maguire, he's only 82 overall. Lindelof, 81. De Gea lifts up that defensive rating a little bit more, hey? So for this point in time, you guys may think differently, but yeah, Fosu Mensah being right back and centre back, he's good backup, and he's age 21. Again, keep him happy and play him well when he does play. Yeah, his attributes can stay up a bit. So good for backup. And again, he's a pretty physical type, good FIFA player in that aspect. Not the highest rating or anything, but more so, like I said, his physicality. Smalling loaned out, so that's one. That's one of those we get done. A move in real life. That the fact he's actually loaned out, obviously not to Spurs, but for whatever reason, not all transfers are updated. If you were wondering about that, just come across this episode, didn't see the first. Even though we do have the updated transfers, some of them just weren't for whatever reason. Don't know if it's early in, like I said, on the early access, but anyway. This is career mode. Transfers are going to be made. Teams are going to be changing as we go on through the seasons. But anyway, yeah, Milan. You could almost beg the question to play this, but yeah, like I said, this episode's getting on as well itself, so we can get into the next one and then start the Premier League season. So anyway, whatever happens here, would be nice to see a win. Will be great heading into the league season and just scrape over the line as well. Well, okay, it looks like that, but Silva just got a late consolation goal when you look at it like that. We got 2 early ones. See, when it just goes quickly like that, you don't know the times of the goal scored, so I'm not a fan how they change that. It's like, but EA Sports are the experts of changing things. Oh boy. Hey, and Scott McTominay impresses there in the pre-season. So if we head to the office there, the tournament prize money, 3.5 million for winning the final there. So yeah, this is the perfect way. So that should increase the team morale as much as it can. Well, the squad morale, okay, it's still, well, it's not happy. it's not happy yet. See some of the players' happy faces. It's kind of that neutral level, but it's getting close to there. It's getting close. So I did want to check out right now. How long until the season is getting underway, because there's still some players I want to sell. It's not too far away, lads. It's not too far away, but all games, like the preseason, they're all gone, and we can be ready to get the season underway against Chelsea, which will be the next episode, start of the next episode. So that will be exciting. We'll just in case continue. Just in case, try and get like transfers out of the way now, out in terms of players being sold. Luke Shaw, no, I actually don't really want to sell him, so I'm going to keep blocking offers for now. Okay, see, he's just turned 24 now. See, I thought he was 24. So, yeah, he just hit that. And then, of course, the training sessions. There we go. We see how we do. Okay, a couple of Bs. Sancho. Bissaka there as well. So, if we get a gauge of where we're at right now, 56 million on our budget. I still think it's not enough and it will deplete it all. We still kept Dybala. I want to wait for this episode to see what you guys, maybe some other striker names, maybe someone that is a little bit cheaper, that could maybe cost around 40 million or so, or 50, so they wouldn't be Dybala level, unfortunately. So just for example, for a comparison, and you might not even agree as Dybala as a striker, he's more winger or attacking midfielder if you go off his positions. He's going to cost over 100 million. I'm almost tempted to take him off the shortlist there, or maybe we'll leave him to next season or something. We'll see. But I want to see what you guys think. More importantly, okay, Darmian. Yes, I'm going to accept this. Darmian no longer at the club, even though he moved to Italy. The Premier League teams, but guys, I reckon transfers come in a little bit more realistically, because realistic Premier League transfers do happen, like with like Premier League teams. Obviously, players do move elsewhere, but see that a bit more, and we're just going to accept that straight out. Just make sure those signings are made. The players are not at the club anymore. It's important to get those, I reckon. Loan offer for Ghana, yep. So a couple of players going out, whether it be loans or transfers. We just want to do this to finish off this episode, lads. I reckon how we'll do it will be fitting to go into the new month. Finish off the month. You see a few transfers being made, actually. Yeah, on the first, we'll see what messages we got through. It was just Ghana being confirmed. And Darmian, yep. That's gone through. That's good. So Darmian is out of Manchester United for sure. That's all good. I told you. It won't take long before we settle these things out. Smalling going out on loan as well. Hoping to also get that same offer for Sanchez, but not a lot has come through for Sanchez. Should we try? If we don't get a loan offer for him, do we try and transfer list him instead? Because waiting another year, his value's gonna go down, actually. So, well, I'm gonna be like, okay, that might be it. Because what's his value right now, lads? We'll go across to see that, find out. His value 19 million. He's 30. Only gonna be going down. So, if we remove from loan list, then we can add to transfer list. Either way, get him out of the club, and might as well do it to get a little something for him now. So that'll be good. And I reckon we'll finish off this episode with a training session. See how these younger guys go. Wan-Bissaka finishes with an A. That's very, very nice. See, with him, he's a quick defender, and he's got the 4-star skill moves as well. So his sliding tackle's really nice. I'm going to keep that in mind when we're in game. But if you can beef up his stand tackle, defensive aware, we just call it defensive awareness or defensive aware, and his interceptions as well. Beef them a bit higher in the 80s, and with his quickness, he's going to be a very strong fullback, I reckon. Going to be very good. So, as I said, anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there because this episode, lengthy in itself, if I were to play a game, would be a little bit too long. So we're not too far away from the season getting underway. Chelsea. So when I start the next episode, we've got just over a week to continue, and then we'll start Chelsea. So the first Premier League match will be very early. It'll be early in the next episode. Make sure you leave a like on this video, guys. Greatly appreciate the support so much. Thank you. We're very early in the series, but it's been very nice so far. The first episode, got me really excited to go deep. So, we're going to see that, and I'm going to record that right after I get this episode up, because I'm really interested in this so far. Get your transfers in. Get your transfer, or what we should do with the remaining money, or if we should at all. 60 million. I still think we could get a striker, but keep in mind that budget. We can't go someone like high 80s, like Dybala is going to cost close to 100, if not more. So, keep that in mind.